There was once a young woman named Sarah. To anyone who saw her, she was strong, determined, and confident. But deep inside, her heart carried a wound that never healed. From childhood, Sarah longed for her father's love. But her father, David, was a hard man. He provided for her needs, but never for her heart. His words were sharp, his eyes cold, his love absent. When Sarah tried to share her dreams, he dismissed them. When she needed comfort, he gave silence. And one day, when the family faced struggles, David walked away, leaving behind scars in Sarah's heart that only grew deeper with time. As the years passed, Sarah's pain hardened into anger, and her anger into revenge. She whispered to herself, "One day, I will make him feel the same pain he gave me." Years later, her father returned, but he was not the same. His hair was gray, his body weak, and his spirit crushed by life. He had lost his job, his friends, and his pride. Now he was lonely and broken, in need of mercy. Sarah saw her chance. Instead of helping him, she ignored his calls. She spoke bitterly about him to others. She made sure no one reached out to him. And every time she saw his suffering, she told herself, "Now he knows what it feels like to be abandoned." But revenge, though it burns bright for a moment, only leaves the soul emptier. At night, when Sarah was alone, she could not escape the weight pressing down on her heart. One night, Sarah had a dream. In the dream, she saw herself standing in front of her father, holding a knife in her hand. Rage filled her eyes. She was ready to strike. But suddenly, a light broke through the darkness. A presence filled the room, gentle yet powerful. And there before her stood Jesus. His eyes were filled with compassion. His voice was steady, filled with both authority and love. "Daughter," he said, "why do you carry this burden of hatred? You think revenge will heal your pain, but it only deepens your wounds." Sarah cried out, "But he ruined my life. He abandoned me when I needed him most. He does not deserve forgiveness." Jesus stepped closer, his gaze piercing through her pain. "Neither did the world deserve my forgiveness when I hung on the cross. Yet I gave it. Forgiveness is not about what they deserve. It is about setting your own heart free. As long as you hold on to hate, you remain chained. But if you forgive, you will find healing." Sarah trembled, tears streaming down her face. The knife slipped from her hands, and as she fell to her knees, Jesus whispered, "Let my love fill the emptiness your father could not." She awoke, her pillow wet with tears. The vision was so real, so powerful, she could not ignore it. Without hesitation, she ran to her father's small apartment.
When the door opened, she saw him, older, weaker, and ashamed. His eyes, once proud, now filled with regret. For a moment, Sarah froze, but then, with trembling lips, she spoke.
"Dad, I hated you for so long. I carried anger like a weapon against you. But last night, Jesus showed me. I can't live this way anymore. I forgive you." Her father's face broke, and he fell into her arms, weeping. "Sarah, I failed you. I don't deserve your love." She held him tighter. "Neither of us deserve Jesus' love, Dad, but he gives it freely. And because of him, I can love you again." That night, the chains of anger shattered. Where once there was bitterness, there was healing. Where there was revenge, there was reconciliation. And as father and daughter prayed together, The presence of Jesus filled the room.